Welcome into the Fun Astrology Podcast for September 4th, midweek. This week is moving fast. It's because we got it started slowly. Friday will be here before we know it. We've got some, man, is this an amazing chart that we're dealing with today. Golly jeepers. So like every area of your life, every energetic pocket of your life is intertwined and aspected and connected to something else. I've never seen such geometric spaghetti in the middle of a chart. I mean, it's like, whoa. We start off with a great, beautiful Grand Trine right in the middle of everything. And that's a spiritual Grand Trine. I mean, it's definitely about karmic purpose. It's North Node. That's the destination that you are headed in your karmic path, your soul path. Neptune, which is in Pisces, that's the spirituality, even though it's still in retrograde. And the moon. There's that deep spiritual insight, that looking inside, that perception, reflection, emotion, us. So if you're feeling, if you wake up this morning and you have a great meditation, that was why. If you are feeling just a little sulky, well, that could be why too. Or if you spend a few extra minutes in your journal and as you close the page on your book, you think, I'm just on. I'm headed in the right direction. That could be some of that insight as well. Great connection between our karmic purpose and spiritual insight this morning. That will go until noon Eastern. Now, also, along with this is a double T-square. Told you there were all these geometric shapes in the chart this morning. It's like, and we get to learn some astrology terms and just really lock them in. Okay, a T-square is when you have two planets that are opposite each other, and then another one that is at 90 degrees to those two that are opposite. Okay? So if you connect all that up, you get a T. If you draw it inside, you draw a long line between the opposites, and then the short bar of the T would be between the one that is off there at the square point to the two. And that's the focus planet. That's the area that is kind of the pinnacle of the energy, the focus point of the energy. And being squares, this is disharmony. All right? Who's involved? Well, everything about your life. Number one, the personal planets, as we call them, starting with the Sun and Mars and Mercury and Venus. They are all that big stellium that we were talking about yesterday in Virgo. And they are like the hub. I mean, they look like the aspect lines coming off of that group in Virgo right now looks like network wires. I mean, it is mass spaghetti. But there's a little guy that hops around quite a bit, and that's the midheaven. So through the day, the midheaven changes position. So this T-square is going to shift around quite a bit, this first one, but everything, all of those fast-moving planets, so it's like everything about what's going on right now. The Sun and Mars are both at 11 degrees. Mercury is at 12 degrees. And Venus this morning is at 17 degrees. And all that is opposite Neptune. And then that package is all squared off to the midheaven. The midheaven is that you out there in the world publicly. It's your public identity. And it's squared off. So there could be challenge around that. And the other pinnacle on the other side of the chart is Jupiter. We were talking about that yesterday. Jupiter is going to be in a big, heavy square with these personal planets until basically the last one to let go will be Mars. Mars gets in lockstep. The others kind of move on. But Mars stays in lockstep with Jupiter until September 22nd. So it's like Jupiter just has a great big do not disturb sign hanging on its door. And that's why I was saying yesterday is just to use the next 3 weeks really as foundational work type stuff. Best with that base to be building deep instead of building out. That mystic rectangle we talked about yesterday, that is still in place. So we have a favorable aspect going on here with Saturn. So while Jupiter is not helping us, at least Saturn is not so much clubbing us right now. But this chart just has a lot of squirrely tension in it, and that's what you got to watch out for. Is the energy now is, a lot of people are just saying that things are just tough right now, and that's very much reflected in the chart. So stay close to all of your tools of energetic work, including, for me, meditation and some Kundalini yoga, to just stay really grounded and centered. Whatever you do to get centered, do it. And I'll see you tomorrow.